Everything Reminds Me of Her by Elliott. Fantastic song. I'm sure if you're looking up this video, you want to play it because of the first little thing that he does. Super cool. So, before we get started, the important thing to note is that we're in the key of D. So instead of E, this is a D. You know, you tune it down a whole step. Instead of E, this is D. Instead of A, this is G, D, C, G, F, B, A, and E, D again. So, but I'm just going to be referring to those strings as standard tuning because it just makes things easier. So, yeah. Let's get started. Also, I messed up a little bit in the introduction there. Don't really consider myself a good enough guitar player to really give tutorials, but there's no tutorials online for the song, so I wanted to make sure that there was a resource out there. It's probably going to take me a long time to record this video, so bear with me. So, first thing that he does is this whole step bend. So that's the 3rd fret of the B string, but he's also plucking this open E, so it's kind of hard to do slowly like that, but so he goes and then to the 1st fret of the B string, so, and then to the 2nd fret of the G string, so then you do a little hammer on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then an open G, and then you're just gonna, so that's, and we go to this open F. It's just a simple F like this, you know, instead of barring it like that, you're just doing it this, and you're doing it with the open E, because if you bar it like that, it sounds awful. And if you mute it, it doesn't have the harmonic color that Elliott probably wanted it to have. So I want to do his song justice, you know? And then you do this little... So that's just your starting out with your middle finger and your ring finger on the D and B strings. And you just do an incremental slide up to the 5th fret, and then you go, and then pause. So there's 2 plucks before you go back down. So 1 pluck, 1 pluck, pause, and then you go into this C over G. It's called a C over G because it's a C chord, but with this G bass note right here. And then he does this little walk up. And then just that same little lick that you did at the beginning. So you just make this F chord, and you go from the A string, D string, 3rd fret, and then lift your pinky off, having your middle finger that was right here moved up to the 2nd fret on the D, open D, hammer on D, open G, then pull off. And then that's just going on to the 3rd fret of the A string. And then you go into this A minor, move your pinky up to the 4th fret of the G string, and then go back into that F. There's a really good cover by, I think Kelsey Aria is her name? Aria? Probably not pronouncing that correctly. And she just lifts up her middle finger and does a little hammer on to A string instead of putting her pinky on the 4th fret there. So she goes. So. Whereas we're going. So it really just depends on if you want to do it the way that Elliott did it, or if you just want to do a really nice cover. Also, I think this way it just flows a little bit nicer, so if you're looking for ease of playing, I think that was a really good move on her part. then you're in the song. I never really had a problem 'cause of leaving. So far the intro goes. Okay, and then we go into that F chord again. I never really had a problem 'cause of leaving. So that's that, just an open C chord. That's that little walk up, so you just play the G here, 3rd fret on the low E, 2nd fret A, 3rd fret A, and then you just do a little walk down from there, which is just plucking 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret A, and then you just go into this A minor. Everything reminds me of her. Or everything reminds me of her. Sorry about the singing. My voice is really messed up right now. This evening. So then you just go back into that C after that F. Same little walk up that you did earlier. And then that little lick that we do at the beginning. If I seem a little out of it, sorry. So that's just, F to C, and then you're gonna do a little hammer on with your ring finger and pinky on the D and B strings. So then you slide up to the 5th fret, and then you create, let's see. Then you create this little shape here with your ring finger being on the G string, middle finger, B string, ring finger, D string. And then you just slide up to the 9th fret, and you put your pinky on the 12th fret, and then lift off, so. Oops. Kelsey Aria also plays that differently. I think mostly because she has her capo up on high fret up here. She's playing it a different key, so she goes which is just that shape. 1, 2, 3. Just going up from the B string, and then she bars this high E, pinky on off high E. There we go. Why should I lie? So that goes into that F, and then you go to the D minor. Everything reminds me of her. So, you've seen a pattern. Oh, and then you go, so that's just a D7 with your ring finger on the high E, 2nd fret. B string is pointer finger on the 1st fret, middle finger, 2nd fret, G. So, and then you lift off the pinky, and then this little lick, or walk down, whatever you want to call it. So that's just lifting your middle finger off from the F chord, and then you place it on the 2nd fret, pull your pinky off the 3rd fret, open D, wait, so you just do that, you just do open D, and then this little slide up again, and then into that C over G, very popular chord in Elliott Smith songs, and then you just, that little move again. It's kind of hard to do. Spin the earth and pales in silhouette of So it's just basically repeats for the second verse. So that's pretty much it. Let's think about how to do this outro. So you go, everything reminds me of her. You basically just do a slow version of that little lick walk down thing that you do, going into the outro, sort of, or going into the refrain, I want to call it chorus, really, anyway. Everything reminds me of her. Build up there, and then everything. I like to put my middle finger on the second fret of the A string for this last one. And then that same sort of thing, but at the end you go. That's how it ends. I probably missed something in there. Let me know if I wasn't clear enough on anything. Thank you for watching. Like I said, this is my first time doing a tutorial, and I don't really find myself a good enough guitarist to really do a thorough tutorial. But yeah, I try. So yeah, let me know if anybody wants another Elliott Smith guitar tutorial that's not up online, because I know quite a few of his songs. Bye.